Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, chapter 10, verse 66. Talks about the branches of Chaitanya tree. Ratna Bahu Bali Prabhu Trilatan Nama Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama. Ratna Bahu Bali Prabhu Trilatan Nama Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama. Ratna Bahu Bali Priya Trilatan Nama. Upu we repeat it. Ratna, maybe you can put there on the computer, it will come on the screen. Say Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Lila, this swasansis. 1066.
Это не Чаритамрита.
Which verse?
1066.
Okay.
Ratna Bahu Bali Prabhu Trilatan Nama Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama. Ratna Bahu Bali Prabhu Trilatan Nama
Ratna Bahubali Prabhu Toilatan Nama
Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama.
Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama.
Ratna Bahu Bali Prabhu Trilatan Nama
Ratna Bahubali Prabhu Toilatan Nama
Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama.
Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama.
Ratna Bahu Bali Prabhu Trilatan Nama
Ratna Bahubali Prabhu Toilatan Nama
Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama.
Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama.
Abu
Ratna Bahubali Prabhu Toilatan Nama
Ratna Bahu Bali Prabhu Trilatan Nama
Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama
Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama.
Ratna Bahubali Prabhu Trilatan Nama
Ratna Bahubali Prabhu Toilatan Nama
Akinchana Prabhura Priya Krishna Dasanama.
Akinchana Prabhura Priya
Krishna
Krishna
Dasanama.
Dasanama. Ratna Bahu.
Ratna Bahu.
The title Ratna Bahu.
Title Ratna Bahu.
Bali,
Bali.
calling him
Calling him
Prabhu,
Prabhu,
the Lord.
the Lord.
Trila,
Tuila
kept.
kept.
Tandra,
Nandara.
his name.
Name.
Akinchana,
Akinchana.
unalloyed.
Lord.
Prabhura,
Abhura.
of the Lord.
The Lord.
Priya,
Priya.
dear.
Dear.
Krishna Dasa,
Krishna Das.
of the name Krishna Das.
Of the name Krishna Das.
Nama, name.
Nama. Name.
Translation. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave Vijaya Das the name Ratna Bahu, jewel-handed, because he copied for him many manuscripts. The 20th branch was Krishna Das, who was very dear to the Lord. He was known as Akinchana Krishna Das. Purport by C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada. Akinchana means one who possesses nothing in this world. So this is the only comment. And today also I was reading the disappearance day of Sri Ramachandra Kaviraj, and appearance day of Srila Gopal Bhatta Goswami. So there is not much purport in this. I'll just start by saying few words on their remembrance. So you already know Ramchandra Kaviraj. He was, I think, disciple of Srinivas Acharya, and he was the son of Chiranjeevi and Sunanda. And he got the title Kaviraj by Srila Jiva Goswami because he was so good in reciting poetries. So he was Jiva Goswami and the other associates in Vrindavan. They were so impressed by him. So he received the title Ramachandra. And we see from the song we just sang from this Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhudaya Karumore, we see that Narottam Das Thakur wrote the song, and at the end he says Ramachandra Sangamage Narottama Dasa. So he was a very close associate and companion of Narottam Das Thakur. And I was reading that he liked a lot he favored a lot the association of Ramachandra Kaviraj. They used to preach together and preaching and also other spiritual activities. So this we are remembering his disappearance day. Also today is the appearance day of Srila Bhatta Goswami. It's one of the Goswamis of Vrindavan, and we already know the famous story of Srila Bhatta Goswami with his deities Radharaman, how he got the deities and how he got the saligram while in pilgrimage in Gandaki, and because he had a desire to worship the deity in deity form, so he can better serve the Lord. And his desire was reciprocated by Krishna because the Saligram Sila transformed into the deity of Radharaman. And people say that this is very closest to the real Krishna. So that's what I've heard. And the next morning when he saw the Saligram Sila was transformed into the deity of Radharaman. We have also temple in Vrindavan, Radharaman. I think everyone went there. What else about Srila Bhatta Goswami? He wrote many books, scriptures for preaching mission. Yeah, he's a great one of the 6 Goswamis of Vrindavan. Anything else? If you would remind me of anything else, if you remember.
He helped Jiva Goswami to compile the Satsandarbhas. Because
Yeah.
Gopal Bhatta Goswami was from the south of India, so he was speaking Tamil.
Tamil, yes.
And not all the Goswami could read Tamil. So because he has family connected to Tamil Nadu, when Jiva Goswami wanted to compile the Satsandarbhas, which is like the synthesis of all the tattva of the Vaishnava scriptures, he needed some information from the Sri Sampradaya. And therefore he sent Gopal Bhatta to get manuscript there, and he translated them for Jiva Goswami in Sanskrit and gave to him. So in Sandarbhas we see Jiva Goswami referring to Gopal Bhatta as his helper. Basically, what I know is the Satsandarbhas were all gathered by Gopal Bhatta Goswami, all the different scriptures, and Jiva Goswami has just to rearrange the order and to make them instructions.
So basically it's him who...
Yes.
And also when Sanatan Goswami wrote this Hare Vilas, he published in the name of the, I think, Srila Bhatta Goswami, Gopal Bhatta Goswami. Like you said, as he was born in Tamil Nadu, he was not, even he was in like Shastra is considered, he was considered Ananga Manjari, or maybe some says that it's Guna Manjari in like real Leela of Krishna Avatar. He was like, we see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was born in Bengal, like there, but he was from South India, Tamil Nadu. He didn't have close association in the beginning of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but like I heard that if Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him this divine vision. He could see all the leelas from the Navadvip and everything. So sometime he appeared in front of him also to give him instruction to go to Vrindavan. And when he arrived finally to Vrindavan to meet Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, they wrote that he arrived to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, please take care of him so affectionately as your own younger brother. And Srila Rupa Goswami considered him is very dear than his own life, and Sanatana Goswami considered him his younger brother, and he even, it's like we said, he published in the name of Srila Bhakti Goswami the Hare Vilas. So we are remembering these great souls so we can get some help in our spiritual journey, in our devotion to Krishna. And so I'll just talk a little bit about this verse 1066. There he mentions about the Vijaya Das. I tried to find more about Vijaya Das. I tried to search in with the help of Google Guru, but I couldn't find more information whether in Chaitanya Charitamrita or Chaitanya Bhagavad. Just we know that he wrote many scripts for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because it was like Maharaj was saying last week, it was so hard at that time. They used to write in palm leaves and then distribute to people hands in hands. Like he traveled to distribute these manuscripts. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased with its service, so he gave the name Jewel-handed. And we know, like in Chaitanya Charitamrita, this says like there are 90 main branches of the Chaitanya tree. The tree and the main trunk is considered the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the two main trunk, there are 90 main trunk of that tree, and then from that branches, and then there are sub branches, twigs, leaves, flowers. It's just if we see the whole picture, like there is the main trunk, like the main branches, say like Advaita Acharya, and all the five associates and all the other eternal associates of the Lord. And if we just try to see the bigger picture, we also somewhere in the leaves, twigs, because Srila Prabhupada in one of the sub branches of the branches of that tree, and Srila Prabhupada connected us to that tree because he gave us the knowledge of Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and we can find this movement also is somewhere in that tree. Here also it talks about the 20th branch was Krishna Das, was very dear to the Lord. He was known as Akinchana Krishna Das. So one of that branch is Krishna Das. I tried to find more information, but I couldn't. Maybe at the end you can share if you know a few other like pastimes which happened with Chaitanya.
You find some information.
Here, yes.
Singer.
At least on Vijay Das.
Vijay Das was singer.
Not much. It's called Vijay Das Acharya, born in Navadvip, Saka of Chaitanya, and profession. Acharya means he's a professional writer.
Professional writer.
So he did that for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu.
He wrote for him.
And Akinchana Krishna.
Akinchana Krishna Das.
Okay. Akinchana
Krishna Das.
Yeah. There is a disciple of Bhakti Saraswati who his name like that, so it could be difficult.
I tried, but anyway, here it said Akinchana means one who possesses nothing in this world. And from Akinchana, like Krishna, when Kunti Devi is praised to Krishna, she also called him by Akinchana Gochara. Like he is pleased by the devotees who have surrendered all and who has nothing material. We learn by her prayers that there are 4 great obstacles in our advancement to spiritual like in our advancement in our spiritual life, which is high birth, which is beauty and wealth and high knowledge, high education. So she said, like those who have this little pride, because of the pride, they will not be able to fully surrender to the Lord. because they will always think I have something, I got something, and I am the controller of something. This is basically, that's why we are here in this material world, because we try to lord over the things which we don't actually, we are not the possessors, just we are like caretakers, the Krishna gave everything, it belongs to everything. That's the someone who understands that one who possesses nothing in this world is akinchana. So when we are trying, aspiring devotees, we are trying to remember this and inculcate on our mind and consciousness that everything belongs to the Lord. Even my breath, my own, like this life, it's also the gift of the Lord, and how I can use everything in the service of the Lord. As long, there is a beautiful story of Sanatana Goswami. I think we had the touchstone, but he kept it outside with the other rubbish things, because he really didn't care. Normally, in the eyes of a materialist, it's a very, very big thing. When you touch any iron with that touchstone, it would become a gold, and it's a big thing. And one man tried to take that also from the Sanatana Goswami, but later he realized, then if it was valuable thing, why he kept in such a place? He didn't care at all about this. So he was so curious and went to Sanatana Goswami to ask, why did you keep that touchstone in that place? It's something valuable, but I think you have something else, something more. I want to know that. And when he said that, he said, I have something more, which is the Krishna name. And this is the eternal wealth of the living being. If you have this name, you are free from this cycle of birth and death. You receive the highest perfection of life. And then that man who wanted the touchstone in the beginning left that and became the associates of that's what I heard of Sanatana Goswami, and joined him in chanting the holy names of the Lord. And in these prayers also of Kunti Maharani, later on she says, when we had nothing, it was easy to surrender. You were always here to help us. Now you have given us kingdom, so many, all the riches. So what we gonna do? You will go to the Dwarka. Better don't give anything, but you are with us. She understood the mood. She understood the whole thing. They realized the whole thing. All the Vedas, all the scriptures we have, just to make us realize the goal is Krishna. The goal of human life is not material acquisition, is not some kind of liberation, Brahmavadi or Mayavadi, not some kind of having some supernatural powers, like some kind of yogi. In India, if you have some supernatural powers, you become a great, great personality. They compare you with God, they see you as someone very highly advanced. But through the Shastras, we know that it's even low level than what we are trying to get. The highest treasure is the Krishna Prema. The one who has this doesn't need anything of this world. But we are looking trying to go after beauty or wealth or some powers. And in India also, unfortunately, now it's Mahakumbha Mela, there's so many types of spiritualists there. And so many people go to purify their sin to get something, liberation or to achieve some mystical powers. But through Srila Prabhupada mercy, through these scriptures, he has given us, he connected us to the Lord, to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We know what is the goal of human life, how we can utilize everything in the service of the Lord. It's not that one should not, when you become a devotee, that you shouldn't have anything, you should surrender everything, you should become a sannyasi, having nothing. It's not like that also. If one knows how to use everything in the service of the Lord, there are also many, many great kings who were very, were pure devotees of the Lord. But there are also sannyasis who gave everything in the service of the Lord. It just, as long as we are not able to see everything in relation to Krishna, we need to distinguish between what is matter and what is spirit. In the beginning, in our neophyte stage, we have to always be conscious and careful. They say, in Hindi, there's a saying, Nazar hati, durghatna ghati. That means a little bit of inattentiveness in this spiritual path. It can you will fall in. It's like walking in a razor blade. Edge of the blade. Razor's edge. Little bit of inattentiveness will like caught you, and there is blood everywhere. We may think it's very easy. This is spiritual life, so simple, but it is. But it's like a contradiction. It's a paradox. It is easy, but we have to be like really attentive and very, very careful. Even so many subtle things can derive us from the real goal. We may study shastras, we may know how to sing perfectly or how to do perfectly deity worship, how to perfectly distribute books, and then everything you are doing perfectly externally. But if you're more internally, is not like you are not surrendered. Like you are in this mode that I am the doer, and you didn't understand that actually I am not the doer. I'm just the instrument, and I'm just it's just because of the mercy of my spiritual master and mercy of the devotees and Krishna that I'm able to do it. And whenever he will want, he can take it in a second. And if we don't realize in doing everything perfectly, so what's the goal? It's like really subtle things, a little pride in us. We may do some whatever service we do like very perfectly, maybe cook someone, like someone is a very good cook or cleaner, or they give good class, but there is a little pride inside, Krishna will not accept it. So here, one who possesses nothing in this world, we should understand this mood of a devotee. They always try to see in every situation, actually he's the doer and I'm just trying to be like, he's just using me as an instrument. As long as I can go with his will, everything will be okay. But if I start to jump myself and think myself I'm the doer, he will leave it. And there is, I would like to share this beautiful story. Maybe you already have heard of Bhakti Saraswati Thakur Maharaj and his disciples. He used to give this figurative example of analogy of donkey, who would go to the village. In Bengal, they have this culture, a donkey go to the village to place, and they put on the back of the donkey the deity of the Durga Devi. And then when there is the deity of the Durga Devi, they took that donkey village to village, home to home. And then people would come and give the arati, puspanjali, nice offerings to that donkey. Actually, it's not to that donkey, it's to the deity of the Durga Devi. They are doing all this, and then at some point, this donkey developed this pride. Oh, now these people have realized how important I am. Now they are doing this arati. Finally they understand me, who I am, how great I am. They are giving me so nice paraphernalia and food. And he started to think, okay, they don't know yet my capabilities. They don't know how good I can sing and how good I can dance. Without seeing, they are giving me so much respect. If I just show them, they will be overwhelmed. They will be so they will even respect me more. And then he would start to jump and then bark with his horrible voice. I don't know how how's the sound of the donkey. I didn't hear, but I just can imagine it must be very horrible. And then while he was like jumping, the deity of the Durga Devi falls down from his back, and then everyone pick up their shoes and start to slap feed the donkey. And he's like confused. Just the minute before, they were giving me the arati. And then now these people are crazy. These people are like, they are all mad. Now they are beating me with the shoes. I know why. And then he started to speculate. I know why, because they are jealous of me. Because they can't tolerate a person who can have so many capacities, who can sing so nicely, who can dance so perfectly, and who has all the good qualities. They just don't tolerate. And it's their envy, it's their jealousy which is making them do this. And he gave this analogy for us to help us. Actually, this is our condition. When someone tries to correct us or like show us the good path, because they think they know we are not doing right. They are like, when some senior devotees are trying to help us, we think because of our pride, we have this pride, we think ourselves as a doer better than everyone. We feel like they are saying this because they are jealous of us. We don't have this thinking that maybe I'm doing something wrong, I should listen to them and correct myself. They are like my well-wishers. But most of the time, our thinking, when someone maybe not in a right way, someone there are different people, they have different personalities. Someone may correct very nicely, someone may be harsh, but it's coming through Krishna. If we just see in relation with Krishna, like Gurudev always say, whatever whether good or bad, see everything as the mercy of the Krishna. It's the hand of the Krishna everywhere, behind every situation. Even if someone is being harsh with us, we should try to see in us what kind of emotion it is evoking to me. If you if you have anger inside you, you will see that everyone is angry. It's just the other person is reflecting what we have ourselves deep inside. If you don't have envy, you will not see anyone as envious. But if we have ourselves, you will see the other person envious also. You will see the other person angry. And when people are trying to correct us because we are full with that pride, we don't even consider it, and then we start to blame them. Even if in whichever way it comes, it's the mercy of the Lord. He's pointing through this person my anarthas, so I can I can work on that and improve to try to please Lord. If we see in that way, it's hard. I mean, I'm preaching. It's not what I'm saying this not what, because why I have realized this. It's just because I need to hear and repeat it, so I can also consider and work on ourselves, preaching, just purifying the repeating the words of the Lord and the devotees. So yeah, let's pray that we be able to do that and work on ourselves so we can better please Lord and so we can better serve selflessly the devotees. We have 5 minutes if you would like to add something or some correction, whatever it is.
I have a question.
Yes.
How to do there's someone maybe harsh with us, so what to do? You have feelings inside, so how do you deal with it? What to do, because you may think, okay, this person is very harsh with me, and so what to do? You should serve the person, but and then pretend in a way, I don't know. I'm not saying that maybe pretend that you're serving, but does it help or not? I don't know.
You're just pretending?
Not pretending, but if you force yourself, will it help? Does it help?
If you
That's my question, because I realize I never really did it, Someone
false myself, someone harsh, and you try to pretend that everything is okay.
Person, I don't know how to do with this.
Okay, I'll just try to reflect on it. When you are living in a community or temple like this, we are in contact with some different kinds of people. Sometimes there are good, sometimes there are bad. Especially in temple, you become I have realized it's been 1.5 years I'm in the temple. You become tolerant. In the beginning, it's even hard, but through time, it's become you understand. Sometimes it's we have very big false ego. If you are hurt, it's our false ego which is hurt, to be honest, it happens to me, we are still on that level where we are trying to get rid of this, and just a little bit of provocation will just make us so angry, and how can he do this to me doesn't know who I am. This kind of mentality we have for now. The mood is just like we said, try to become humble and meek. In the Bible also, only the meek and humble can inherit the kingdom of God. And here also we see Akinchana means someone who surrenders everything and who doesn't think he possesses anything. So they it's easy to say, hard to do, but if we just ask the mercy and blessings of Krishna, help me, because I have a very big false ego and I'm provoked easily in this kind of situation, how I can better serve you. And Krishna reciprocates with our sincere desires. You have already, even if at our level, you can see, if we are just attentive in little details, he is reciprocating with our desires, which are sincere. So if we sincerely want to make advancement and please him, someone is maybe harsh, and then we just try to pray. Krishna, if it's really very disturbing, maybe we should go to the authority and not they don't have right to insult you. They have right to correct you, but in a good way. They can't insult you. And if this is really disturbance, you should go to the authority and say, look, this person is talking to me like this, like that. What can be done about this? Does he have right to do this or not? There is one being humble and not replying and trying to serve is another thing. But sometimes it stays such a long time in our head, it's also disturbing our service. And you are more developing the anger towards the other person, then it's also offense. So just we have to be intelligent and clear this out. And maybe go directly to the person with someone like senior devotees and okay, you talk to me like that. I didn't feel good about it. I was hurt or offended. How we can improve, how we can do better. No clear communication sometimes we need, because in between devotees there is sometimes miscommunication and things go worse and worse. And then to become the enemies and the offense is just growing and hatred is growing inside the heart. Better to talk and go to the authorities or senior who you trust and then try to clear out the situation, how we can do. Sometimes just two people go down, do service together, just can't. And in that case, the authorities should know, the senior devotees should know and should know how to engage them, but differently. And maybe try to maintain distance between them. So we need the help of other devotees in that case.
Sometimes it just takes time.
Sometimes it takes time also, but we need to be clearly communicate about how we felt and what's our needs. But being realistic and practical. Also, but trying to at the same time imbibe this mood that I am the servant of that person, and what he's doing is he's just showing my own anarthas. He's just pointing out it makes me angry because I have inside myself. He's just a mirror, and that makes me angry.
It's interesting because one day devotee, senior devotee, told me that it's also service sometimes to take distance from the person.
Yeah, that's a service, because you will not commit more offenses like that. That's why some people don't we have all came with our own bags of anarthas. We are not pure devotees. You have some anarthas, I have some, and sometimes it's difficulty rise between us. In that case, you have full respect in your heart. You just avoid the association of that person, because if you are associated, even it's a devotee, it's not helping neither you, neither him. So better you have full respect inside your heart, but you deliberately avoid the association. Yeah, maybe.
Thank you.
It helped.
Or you fight, you punch, and that's don't speak anymore. So it's a good solution.
And then you lose the association of devotees.
Maybe you like it.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm thinking, yes, maybe also to go past the fight in the spiritual world.
We should not play like this.
Be careful.
Any other questions or corrections? That's my hope. You will correct me so I can learn more. Or some more information to add.
Ask her what you want.
Yes, I'm expecting something from you. Ardhanidai Prabhu.
There is a verse in Bhagavad Gita talking about harsh words. And it's one of the demoniac tendencies. So when we have that tendency to not be sensitive, then we consider ourselves to be actually demoniac. So, Dambo darpo bimanascha krudan parityam evacha gyanam cha bhijatasya paratam sampadamaswin. Pride, arrogance, conceit, anger, harshness, and ignorance. These qualities belong to the demons. So, you're supposed to be gentle. I always think of Vidur when it comes to gentleness, because he is the one who tolerates the insults of Duryodhana, the bhagavatam, and he silently accepted his fate for the mission he had to, help his brothers in his dynasty. And when it was time to leave, he took the chance. He did not, play the victim mentality at any moment, and he took the chance. Just harsh word. So the cause for the Yadu dynasty to collapse, because this is what triggers Satyaki and others to fight between each other. Similarly, in this age of quarrel, if we don't change the holy name, we have the tendency to have criticism, and have harsh words.
So it means we should change like
More often.
Whenever you are tired chanting, there's no time to fight or criticize. You are constantly chanting. Wow, this level, it's something. We'd love to go there by the mercy of the devotees in Krishna.
Yeah, that's why it's written in Bhagavatam that at least for the time being, when there is kirtan, katha, then devotees are not envious between each other. At least for the time being.
Thank you.
We see also Vidura, he tolerate, but when was time, he used harsh word to Duryodhana to say him, now you are a dog and
You are what?
you are like a dog eating in the plate of your master.
Yeah, that's Dhritarashtra, he told that.
Dhritarashtra, sorry, to Dhritarashtra.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he wanted to save him.
A sadhu is really tolerant when someone uses harsh word to him, but when he sees something that is bad also, he uses harsh word to cut his attachment. But Vidura is Vidura.
Vidura is
We are not Vidura.
He is Yamaraj. So, okay. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Gloire de l'Assemblée. ISKCON Priyarani Devi Dasi ki jai.